Hello, happy Sunday. Let me see how I can no. One of my clients is like, how do I get on your live? I think, let me see. Let me see. There you go. Okay, I was just texting you. Hi, Rosemary. I literally just texted you. I said, I think you just see it. Hi, Phil. Happy Sunday. How was your week? Hi, Pedro. I've been in pajamas all day. All day. That's just today's vibe. It's just pajamas. Cleaned, organized, and pajamas. Happy Flutter. What? Today is Flutter Nutter Day? Oh my gosh, I love Flutter Nutters. Hi, Kim. Oh my gosh, this week has been so. There's something going around in this house with these children, with a virus, my husband. Hi, Lisa. You been in your PJs all day too? Listen, I've been in my PJs all day. All day. All day. What are you saying no to, Phil? Yes. It's today is just Yesterday we went to Ocala, and today was just like, no, we're gonna stay home and just kind of like catch up. The kid's sick. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's been like, and it's so weird too, right? Like it's been the stomach, right? Like out the mouth, out the back. Oh my gosh. And then Kit Kat had a really bad migraine. Victor's laughing at me. Um Kit Kat had a really bad migraine, and Caleb got bronchitis. And then Victor, oh my gosh, like he woke up in the middle of the night and he just started throwing up. He like, no, for real, like he looked like death. He was so pale, and he's trigueño, like he's darker skin, and he looks so pale. And I'm just like, what the heck is going on? Lisa, I need to talk to you about a house. Let me know, Lisa. Yes. It's they all take turns, Phil. It's just like, and you know what? Not for nothing, the culprit is always Caleb. Caleb is always the culprit. Caleb. And then it hits me last. It's always like that.
Hey, don't talk about me.
It's always like that. Hi, Janet. So guys, what are you guys thinking about Kalesa Township? What do you guys think about it? The new it's not new. It's a few years old. The seventh child, Phil. Oh my goodness, you feel me? Yes, Victor is the seventh child, especially when he's sick. Um. Oh my gosh, if it's natural, yes, please send it to me, Kim. Oh my gosh, absolutely. So, what do you guys are thinking about Kalesa Township? So, we've already debuted the Larkspur, the Gardenia. We were just there. We did the Marigold, which is a little bit over 3,300 square feet. And then we did the Garnett, which is just under 2,000 square feet. Um, it's a beautiful community. I was trying, they had a block party happening yesterday. I was really trying to go, but just the way my schedule worked out, I wasn't able to go to the block party. But it's so crazy because while I was there filming the other day, and I had one family, they literally, I told the story while I was filming, because they come in right with one of the sales agents for Kalesa Township. And so like if it happens sometimes where, we're recording and it's still alive, people need to see the house, right? So we'll stop and what have you. So they literally went around the corner and they were like, "Oh my gosh." She was like, "I watch you." And then the husband was like, "I got you." And then they were like, "Oh my gosh, we're here because of you." And I'm like, "You guys know me." I'm like, "But you here without me. Why you here without me?" And they were like, "Oh my, it's because my cousin is a realtor." She was like, if it wasn't because it was my cousin, I would have called you." And I was like, "Well, you get a pass." I was like, "You get a pass because it's family." So that was great. They were like, "Oh my gosh, I absolutely loved it." And so while we were, so that happened. And no lie, after we're outside and we're filming, there was another family and they were like, "Oh my gosh, I watch you," and all this other stuff. And I didn't get to be like, "Oh, but why you not here with me?" Because it wasn't the right place or time. But a lot of people are liking the Kalesa Township. Let me see. Love Vic. Me too. I love him too. Janine, good builder. Yes, they build on top of the world as well. Very nice. Not happy about the no put mix. I have to look into that because a lot of HOAs are shying away from breed restrictions. So I need to look into that. New high school, yes. High school world class aquatic center. Yeah, I really, really, really do like the community. I want to tour one of the bigger homes. It's like 30, a little bit over 3,800 square feet, and it's called the, oh, which one is that one? It's not the Marigold. It's the, dang, I can't even remember, but it's a really big house. The Newberry? No, Mulberry. Maybe it's the Mulberry. So, okay, let me put you guys on game. One of my clients are buying in Lakeland, right? And they're buying in a community called Ross Creek, and it's a KB Homes community. So if you didn't know, KB Homes, they do have like move-in ready homes, and they also give you the option to choose one of their floor plans and choose their lot, right? So they bought a move-in ready home because, like I always say, you get the best incentives on a move-in ready home. So we ended up doing a house that it was 4 bedrooms, 2 bath, 3 car garage on a third of an acre, and the community is very boutique. It's only going to be 75 homes, very low HOA, about 90. I want to say it was like $96 a month. No CDD, no amenities, but a third of an acre, and you have a 60 foot like clearance between your neighbors, so you guys are not on top of each other at all. So I thought this was really nice. You don't have any direct rear neighbors because there's a wall, and then on the opposite side is kind of like another neighborhood, but it's more of like no HOA type of neighborhood, right? So I'm gonna put that on my channel tomorrow. So it was a 4 bedroom, 2 bath, 3 car garage on a third of an acre, and that one was priced at 438, but I'm pretty sure that we could go lower on that one. So it was a really nice community. Where it's located in Lakeland, you're literally minutes away from everything. Highway 98, where it's gonna give you your Sam's Club. your all your shopping. You're 10 minutes away from I-4. So I'm excited about that video. Um and then Tuesday's video is going to be of Kalesa Township, of the Marigold floor plan, which I really do like too. It has a really large master bedroom. I really do like Kalesa Township. I'm also gonna bring back, because I haven't done it in a really long time, I'm gonna do a builder battle. And I think I'm gonna do it of a community here in Haines City. It's called Bradbury Creek, and I think I'm gonna do Casa Fresca versus Meritage Homes. The last time I did builder battle, everybody really did like it. We did DR Horton versus Lennar, and it was a good video. So builder battle, good. Put my boxing gloves on. We got some boxing gloves though. We used to go boxing. Go boxing or do boxing? Both. How do you feel about KB Homes? You're the second realtor who mentioned them. I like it. I'm not mad at KB Homes. I've sold a few of their homes. Um they are very energy efficient. I like some of their floor plans. The only thing I could say that I'm not a big fan of is that, like, if you're doing from the ground, like if you're doing a to be built, like, for example, one of their floor plans, like, it's kind of like an L shape, right? But the basic standard, it doesn't come with an island. So if you want the kitchen island, then you have to add to them, right? So it's like, Three Kings Media said everyone is doing that. Is it trending on YouTube or something? I have not seen who has done the builder battle. I would love to know. I've done it maybe a year ago, I want to say. um and then I haven't done it in quite some time. So I told Vic, I was like, listen, I really want to go do a builder battle and just kind of see, like, just, the space, the room sizes, the incentives, right? So putting you guys on game too, like, what a lot what's happening right now in here is that, like, for example, I have clients who are selling their home in Pembroke Pines, which is towards Miami, and they're buying a house in St. Cloud. But what's happening is that now they can't sell, like, they haven't received an offer on their Pembroke Pines home. So, now their house here is in jeopardy because they need to sell that one in order to buy that one. So I've been seeing that here happening, right? So I'm hoping that they can sell it. They're going with another realtor because they didn't, I guess, feel the first one was doing what they needed to do. And so, their new house in St. Cloud is gonna be ready the end of well, technically it's gonna be ready the beginning of March, but the builder is giving them some time and, like, pushing it to the end. Mark said West Bay and Cardell homes are the best in Florida. I do like West Bay homes floor plans. They build a lot towards, like, parish area. I've sold one of their homes down there. Although my clients had some issues with the floors afterwards, and just are dealing with, getting that fixed. So yeah, I did. I don't know if I told you guys, but I did meet with clients who were interested in and if you guys saw my video, maybe like 2 weeks ago, we did the MI homes in Winter Garden. So we toured the community, but they want a house on the lake. So those lots won't be released till maybe mid March. So gonna have to keep an eye on that. Hi, Theo. Kim said, I like the Highland Home floor plans. Kim, I do too, Kim. I'm a really big fan of Highland Home floor plans. Um I haven't done the what you call it, because they have a new community in Ocala called Copperleaf, but their motto is not open yet, so I haven't done it yet. but I really do like Highland Homes. I just did one in Winter Haven. I did the Serendipity one, and what I like about Highland Homes is that for they pay the all the closing costs and prepaids, so that just that eliminates a lot of kind of like headache. AJ said, Miss Diaz, keep it real with me. I'm about to retire 20 years military. Woo wee. Thank you for your service. How the price is looking for me. I mean, honestly, the prices are I wouldn't say they're terrible, right? It depends on where you want to be too. Like if you want more bang for your buck, if you want more space in between the houses, if you want a brand new home that doesn't have like HOA, right? You're looking into the Ocala area. But guys, let me tell you, I've been saying in my videos for quite some time now, especially when I record in Haines City. Haines City is going to be the next Davenport, guys. I'm telling you, Haines City is going to be the next Davenport because I just read an article that commercial, like a really big commercial plaza is coming to Haines City, and Super Target is going to be there. There's going to be a few hotels and stuff like that. I'm telling you guys, get in. If you're thinking about Haines City, get in while the prices are where they are right now. I'm telling you, I listen now. When I came to Davenport, right? And me, I live on the borderline between Davenport and Haines City. When I came to Davenport, I was like, where am I? Because I was coming from Claremont. If you know Claremont, you know Claremont, right? But at that time, I couldn't afford to purchase a house in Claremont, and I had to come to Davenport. And I bought my house for 306. And when they closed out the community like a year ago, my same floor plan was selling for about 450. No lie. Okay. And now the price, you cannot find, I have a 5 bedroom house, you cannot find that in Davenport for $300,000. Absolutely not. Right. And I'm telling you, Haines City is going to be the next thing to happen just like that. And then it just starts, it starts going on the outside and the outside, but Haines City is next. And the prices in Haines City is still really low compared to Davenport. And there's still communities where you don't have any no CDD. Um okay, let me read this. I'm sorry. Who do you like that's closest to Disney as a builder or Old Town? It just depends on like what your price point is, right, Phil? So, the builders that I really do like, I love Richmond American. You guys know that. But closer to Disney, you're getting into like kind of like the 5, 6, 700,000 dollar price point. You're gonna have like your Toll Brothers. You have DR Horton actually has a community called Waterley in Winter Garden, and you can choose one of their floor plans. You can actually like it's semi custom. Who else is over there? K Hovnanian is a really good builder that I like. Um, where else? Where else? Who else? Dream Finders, more like they have really nice floor plans. MI Homes has really nice. I like MI Homes. Rockwell Homes, Pulte Homes. Pulte, I had clients who built in a 55 and over community near Disney, and that process was amazing. Veronica, oh, hold on. Veronica said, hello, Alexis. Which builder is best when it comes to buying a home with an in law suite in a separate entrance, with a separate entrance in Central Florida? So, I mean, there are a few different builders who offer like that in law suite. Um, DR Horton is one of them. They have the Camden floor plan, but now I don't believe that they are. They were once building it with a separate entrance, but I don't think they are now. So that's something that you could do afterwards. Lennar also has an in-law suite with a separate entrance. Richmond American has an in-law suite, does not have a separate entrance. However, they do have a window where you can make it a door to have a separate entrance. There's some that have like in the Lake Nona area, there's some builders who have kind of like a separate garage apartment. That's an option as well. Um, what average cost of a DR Horton home? It just depends on the area, right? So your DR Hortons in the Davenport area are probably gonna be in like the low 400,000. In Ocala, they're still in like the low 300s, to mid 300s. Winter Garden, like I said, they have a community called Waterley. Um, they're in the like 5, 6, 700,000 dollar range. Hi, Cosette. AJ said thank you for your videos. Big love from Germany. Ooh, I went to Germany. I went. It was a culture shock for me. I'll tell you that much. What was it? The red light district. Yeah, I was like, oh. Oh, David Weekley Homes. Yes, David Weekley Homes built some really nice homes. Ashton Woods built some really nice homes. Toll Brothers built some really nice homes. Um, yes, we have 56 people on my live. Yes. Pedro, yes. I love that. I love that. I love you guys. Guys, if you're new here, we have built such a beautiful community. As you can see, like I'm just chilling in my living room on my sofa in my jammies, and we're just chopping it up because that's what we do here. I love you guys. Thank you so much. We actually, so I'm really honing in this year on just kind of teaching realtors what I do right on YouTube and stuff like that. And I have a class coming up on Friday in downtown Orlando, and just basically teaching realtors, how to thrive in the real estate industry with your business via YouTube, leveraging YouTube, right? Um, so I'm excited for that class. I'm super excited. Rosemary, hi Felipe. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Hoping everyone has a blessed weekend. Yes, it's actually like here in Davenport, it's raining right now. We were gonna put burgers on the grill, but now we gotta put them in the oven. Billy said, "We got you." Ooh, I love you guys. I met with a family, or I met with two families yesterday in Ocala, and one gave me this beautiful cup, and she was like, "I wanted to say that I got you, but it says, girl, you got this." She was like, "You know what I mean?" And I love that. Thank you so much. Rosemary said, "What I love about Alexis is that she would take you to see homes until you let her know when you see the home you like. She doesn't rush you to get any home. She lets you select the home, the one that you want." Absolutely. Because I always say is that at the end of the day, I want you to feel comfortable for what you're getting, what you're about to pay. Make sure everything is good for you, because I'm not paying your mortgage, right? I always say that, is that I'm not paying your mortgage. So I want to make sure that you're good with what you have or what you want, right? So you guys, Rosemary, we closed on her house late last year. So there's I have clients here who jump in that I've helped them buy a house. So yeah, my husband, so Vic was just like, so on this so on Saturday, was it Saturday? No, it wasn't Saturday. I think it was Friday, because we were in Ocala Friday and Saturday. And when the second family was like, "Oh, I love you," and all that, Vic was like, like, and I just told Vic, I said, "Vic, I said, we're not for everybody, Vic." I said, there's some people who they say they love us, right? But they have another real estate agent and stuff like that. But it just leaves room for the people who truly want to work with us, right? And so I told Vic, I said, we can't have it all, right? But it was so funny. Kimberly said, rain. Psst. We had surprise snow in Kentucky last night. I need to move south. Kim, hello, Kim. Like, let's go. Kim, oh my gosh. No, no, thank you. I was just speaking to a family that I, where were they? I think they were in New York and they were like, I'm tired of it. I read, oh no. And there was another family that I spoke to in, Connecticut. And he was like, this is the last winter that I want to spend out here. I was like, oh, I felt that. Um, Cosette said, I'm thinking Boca Raton, Coral Springs, or even Coconut Creek. Tired of Tamarack. I've heard Coconut Creek is absolutely beautiful. I actually have clients who are renting in Coconut Creek, and they're actually moving up here. They're moving to Lake Alfred. Um, but I heard Coconut Creek is really beautiful. It has really good schools over there. Boca Raton. I have somebody in Boca Raton, so when you're ready, Cosette, she's amazing. Her name is Nikki Klein. She's a great real estate agent over there. Lisa said, well, I love you and want you as my realtor. Oh, I love you too. Like I said, we touched on this last week, like I said, not we're not everybody's cup of tea, or some people feel like they're gonna save money by not using a real estate agent. I promise you guys, oh my gosh, I promise you guys, especially when you go new construction. I was speaking to an agent the other day, and he works for new construction, right? And he was like, listen, he was like, if they don't push for anything or whatever, I'm not gonna be like, oh well, we could take off $20,000, or we could give you an extra this and that. And I'm like, and these people thinking that there's people that think that they're gonna save money by not using a real estate agent. I don't know. I always say in my videos, if you want to work with us, please do not go to a new construction community without us. Please don't. I promise you, you're not gonna save any money. You're not gonna get a better deal without us. I promise. Storming all day in New York. Really? I know, no, no, no. I don't miss the cold or anything like that. I really don't. It's already hot over here. It's like in the like low 80s now. Lisa said we're trying to get to Riverview or something close. I absolutely love Riverview. We have one of our clients' house in for on the market in Riverview. It's a 5 bedroom, 2.5 bath. No rear neighbors. Solar panels are going to be paid off at closing. Whole house water filtration system. So we have their house on the market. I like Riverview. It's not far from Tampa, and Tampa is definitely a vibe too. I've been really wanting to go. I've been really wanting to go to Tampa so that I could do a lifestyle video. And you guys know, if you guys don't know, if you guys are new here, we do have a separate lifestyle channel called Sunshine State Living, where you'll see my beautiful family, and we just like going to different places. I'm gonna post the one from that we did in Tampa. We went to the Big Bounce House for Caleb's birthday. I'm gonna post that one. Um, Cosette said, that's great. Glad you have a realtor in that area. I know it's quite the commute for you. Gracias, chica. Yeah, but for you, I would do it too. Don't get it twisted. Dan said, hello, how long should we contact your team? We want to come to Florida in July. We're looking for a house in Bradenton to Cape Coral. I know that's a widespread. Yeah, I mean, you can. I always say that I don't feel like it's ever too early to contact me, right? Because you may think that this is the way it's gonna work out, but then I tell you like, hey, you have to think about this, this, and that, right? And we come up with a game plan. So I don't think it's ever too early to contact me. Sergio said, what's up from Davis, California? We were priced out of Claremont, looking at Ocala. Now it's looking like it's back on the map again, price wise. Claremont or Ocala? I love Claremont. I love me some Claremont. That's where. So we we moved quite some, like we moved around a little bit when we first came to Florida, because we didn't know exactly like, okay, where we want to be and things like that. But we started off at Hunters Creek, which was amazing. I absolutely love Hunters Creek. There's not much new construction in Hunters Creek. There's a little bit, there's older homes and they're expensive. Well, expensive to me. So we moved around, and Claremont, oh my gosh, I love Claremont, but we lived in Four Corners. If you from Claremont, then they'd be like, oh, that's not Claremont, but it is Claremont. Okay, it's a different zip code, but it's still Claremont. And but when we bought a house, the most affordable option for us at the time was Davenport, so we moved to Davenport. But I love Claremont. And they have different builders over there. They have who else? I'm trying to think, because they have the Four Corners area, but in the Four Corners area, their Meritage Homes is building townhomes. They have KB Homes, and then they have your like MI Homes, Lancy Homes. So there's different builders there. Um, Dan said we were quoted 400,000. Also, Central Florida is an option. New construction, no HOA, good schools. So if you want new construction, no HOA in the 400,000 price point, you definitely want to maybe look into Ocala. Pedro said now we're over 85 degrees. Yep. Dan said trying to leave New York ASAP. Listen, every time I go back to New York, and it's not often, but we were just there in September, and I was like, oh, I'm ready. Like I'm a Floridian now. I'm ready to go home. Florida's my home now. Phil said Long Island to rain all day. Oh man. Rosemary said Alexis always trying to always looks out for her clients. She makes sure the builders do what they say they will do, because sometimes the client may not always remember what the builder tells you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, when I say I got you, I got you. Mark said, around how much do you think the moving expenses would be moving from Maryland to Florida? Honestly, probably a few thousand. You welcome, Dan. Because even Bradenton, Cape Coral is definitely higher. Or maybe we could look into like Lehigh Acres. What do you think about like Lehigh Acres? But even then, I think that you're still in the 400,000, like a little bit above the 400,000. I have been reading the property tax in Ocala and have been going up yearly. I feel like it's gonna depend on the what the tax millage rate for each subdivision, each community is different. And I mean, ultimately, the growth that's happening, your property taxes can go up. I don't think it's by significant value. It just depends. But so for example, they just approved in Ocala, specifically Marion Oaks, where Publix is gonna be opening. There's just so much happening. That's why I always, man, you would think I have a crystal globe, but I already knew that the growth was happening before these bigger companies were coming out, right? And now where you see the bigger builders are coming and they're building, and there's apartment buildings now and all this other stuff. It's just because that's where the growth is happening. I can't wait for Bucky's to open. If today we were actually gonna drive to Daytona Beach because I really wanted to go to Bucky's. I love Bucky's. I wanted their pulled pork sandwiches, and I wanted some fresh jerky. Have you guys been to Bucky's? I know we talked about Bucky's, I think last week or the week before. I love me some Bucky's. But I like, so there's two right now. There's one in Daytona Beach and there's one in St. Augustine. Me personally, I like the Daytona Beach better than I do the St. Augustine. But there's gonna be one in Ocala. Hopefully, I think by next year. They already started. They already broke ground. Felipe said, "Keep up the good work. You have been chosen to do this job." Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's not it's not easy. It's not easy, but it's worth it. I don't feel like anything in life that's worth it is easy. Eddie said, "Good evening from New York." All right. I got my New York in the house. I love my people from New York. Love the videos that you post. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Phil Martinez, I'm on Long Island too. I'm over New York mess. I'm over this cold. Listen, Eddie, you need to come. Come to Florida. Kim said, I'm wondering if the HOA in Kalesa Township is going to go up a lot as they open more pools and parks. So, to be honest with you, Kim, so they've been open for I think 4 years now. They started their HOA at $100 per month, and then in 4 years it went up to $31, which is not bad when you think about it. And the reason why it went up was because they had to renew and negotiate the trash services. So I can't sit here and say, oh, it's not going to go up, or if it does go up, it's only allowed to go up a certain amount, right? So I mean, there's always that chance that it would go up. But if it went up in 4 years for $31, that's not bad at all. Dan said, is 20% a dead set down for a mortgage on a second home? No, minimum is 10%. Now, some banks may require you to put a little bit more. It just depends, but minimum is 10% down for a second home. Hi, Carmen. I hope you're feeling so much better, Carmen. Guys, I think this is the most that we've had in one time. We have 57 people on here. Wow. I love y'all. I love y'all rock with me. Y'all rock with me on a Sunday night. I forgot who said it. Was it Pedro? Was it you, Pedro, who was like, I look forward to the Sundays. We just like it's like we in the sala and just chopping it up. Was it you, Pedro? I think it was Pedro. Guys, guys, you know what happened to me yesterday? So I'm passenger princess, right? All the time. Vic always drives, right? And so I always work in the passenger seat. And so I always bring my laptop, and I had water bottles in the car, and I brought a bag to put the water bottles. I have like I collect the water bottles. I don't know, but I didn't realize that one of them was loose. And when I got home yesterday and I went to pick up my laptop, mira, there was water dripping down, and my laptop is shot right now. So I'm on my iPad, and I have to. We already because we had Apple Care on it, and so now I'm gonna I hope they could fix it because everything is on my laptop. Like I work out of my laptop, I off of my laptop. I don't like working off the iPad, but yo, the water was dripping down, and I'm like, no. So yeah. Oh man. Cosette said, I think it was Pedro Camaro who said that. Ah, okay, okay. Bless you. Thank you, Alexis. Everything's still developing, but step by step. Cosette, the laptop, Cosette. It keeps power cycling. Yeah, but if you have an Apple computer, all your stuff is in the cloud. Yeah. So I think I have most of like I can access my stuff from my iPad, but I just don't like working from the iPad. I like to work from the laptop. It's just it's different. Be sure to back up your laptop just in case. You never know. Yeah, I think I want it. I hope it's backed up. Um, but yeah, it just and then with all the passwords and stuff like that, it saved to my like directly on my computer. We can't move until spring 2027. What are the chances single home prices will stay low? I don't know. It's gonna so now it's gonna depend on location, right? because just like Ocala, where Ocala was kind of like a gem where the prices were extremely low and things like that, there's always going to be pockets of locations that are just going to happen just like that, right? So while I don't see the prices staying low, I see them leveling out right now. Like I have seen some like price reductions on new construction and offering incentives, and um I've seen, hold on, Kit Kat, those burgers smell good, girlfriend. Good job. Make sure they're not burning. The spices smell good, girl. Um, sorry, I lost train of thought. My girl's in the kitchen. She's just chefing it up right now. So like I always say is that the best incentives you're gonna get is a move-in ready home. So I've seen right now like interest rates fixed as low as a 4.6. I want to say 4.6, 4.75, right? And and of course that always changes. That can always change, but a lot of like Highland Homes, they pay for all closing costs and prepaids. Prepaids are like your prorated taxes and things like that. So I just definitely, we're still in a strong market, but we're in a buyer's market for sure. For sure. And if you don't price your home right, like if you're selling your home, if you don't price it right, it's gonna stay on the market for a little bit longer. Cause says a USB to save stuff with your line of work. You need a zillion gigabytes. I know, and I have. So we have Google Workplace, workspace, and it's kind of like it's we have everything. So my like Katrina and my social media manager and all that other stuff. Like we all have that within the Google Workspace. But man, I'm just hoping that they can fix it and give it back to me like ASAP. Man, it's raining. And if you guys don't know, I have rheumatoid arthritis. So I feel my joints and I'm like swollen right now, and oh, my joints are um Kimberly said my dad is watching your videos now and telling me where I need to move. Oh my gosh, it doesn't get old. Every time I'm telling you, almost 90, I would say 95% of the people I speak to, they call me, they're like, oh my gosh, I love you, I feel like I know you already and all this other stuff. And I'm like, well, you do. I always say it. I'm like, well, you do. I said, because who I am in my videos is who I am in person. Like what you see is what you get. I'm as raw and authentic as they come. So I absolutely love that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Eddie said, "My family loves St. Cloud. Can you post more videos, specifically West? What you mean, Westland Park? Westland Park is Sunbridge. So Westland Park is Sunbridge. Who? Okay, there's a man. When Sunbridge first was announced, right? Oh my gosh, we did videos over there, and because Toll Brothers is in Sunbridge. Okay, Toll Brothers, David Weekley, Ashton Woods, Pool T. There's another one. Um, there's another one I know, but Sunbridge is, oh my gosh, they're gonna have their own school, their own. There's gonna be like a marina over there, right? Sunbridge is so close to Lake Nona. Oh my goodness, I'll go back to Sunbridge, and do it. But there's this new community called Esplanade. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's in St. Cloud, and it's a Taylor Morrison community, and they have some really nice floor plans, so that's on my list to do. But like guys, I'm always up for you guys giving me recommendations on where to go and record, right? Because I do this for you guys. So yes, and as I always say, like, all us real estate agents here, we all cover the same houses. Like we all have access to the same houses. It's just really impossible to cover all of these communities, all of these different floor plans, especially when I'm in love with Kalesa Township, and this is like this Tuesday would be week 3 of 5 homes that we are gonna do. So yes, Eddie, I will do more in St. Cloud. Cosette said, everyone could use a chicken coop in the backyard due to prices and paying potatoes for Easter egg hunt. Listen, these egg prices are ridiculous. So I will tell you, I just read an article that Claremont, the city of Claremont, passed the rule that you can have up to 5 chickens in your backyard, no roosters, um but you can't sell them. You can't sell the eggs. So I thought that was pretty freaking cool because I'm like, now HOAs has their own regulations and things like that, but the city is not going to enforce that. Um, so I thought that was cool. I was like, okay, wait, you could live in Claremont and you could have 5 chickens, up to 5 chickens, no roosters, and you can't sell the eggs. But listen, call me up, call me up, because eggs, eggs go. I have 6 kids, guys. Like we eat eggs all the time. We bake, you know. Um, so yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Um, Lisa said exactly. Carmen said you'll get what you see. You'll get what you see on her videos. I promise. Carmen is another one of my clients that I help buy a house. And listen, we went. Carmen, how much equity did you go into your house? I think it was like 30,000, 27. What was it? Girl, I can't remember. But P. Rich said, I'm new to your channel and wanted to know if you have toured any homes in Jacksonville. I have not. Jacksonville is about, babe, how far is Jacksonville from us? 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. Yeah. So Jacksonville is a little far for us. Even though I'm not scared of travel, but then it's kind of like, see, the thing I'm running into, and talk to me, guys. Help me. Help me right now. Help me, please. So the thing I'm running into is that, I want to build a really big team and yeah, I want to build a really big team. But the thing is that when people call me, right, and people want to work with me, like they want to work with Alexis Diaz, right, and that's the kind of like that's the struggle. I'm like, and I can't be everywhere at once either. So that's where it's just kind of like, okay, like how do you guys feel about, like, let's say you know who I am, right? Like you rock with me, you want me to help you buy a house, but what if I have that what if I have like one of my team members showing you guys the houses and you guys have access to me? Like, tell me how you feel about that, right? Because I know, like, for example, I have one of my clients yesterday. He was like, I don't want to work with nobody else but you, right? And so it's kind of like, okay, how can I scale myself, right? But everybody wants to work directly with me. How you guys feel about that? Let me know. Craft homes, yes. Well, Craft just bought out. Oh, you're right, Eddie. But Craft bought out Dream Finders. So no, Cosette, you do not need a rooster to make an egg. You don't need a rooster. The chickens make their own eggs. Now, if you wanted to make little chickens, that's when you need the rooster. Am I right? I think so. I'm pretty sure, Cosette, that you don't need the rooster. You don't need the rooster to get the egg. Like, because the eggs are the ovulation, like the chickens are ovulating, right? Guys, I'm not a farmer, but I'm pretty freaking sure that is. I'm sure of this. Okay, I'm sure. If you need the rooster if you want a little chicken, like a little chick. I'm pretty sure, Cosette. Phil said, so what you need to do? video with staff. So what you need to do is video with staff. So you mean like put my staff, like my agent in the video or something. Janine said, let us get to know your team. Janet said, well, for me, I wouldn't want to work with anyone else. LOL. Because I feel like I know you. I felt that. Yvonne said it would be nice to include a team member in your videos occasionally. Yeah, I'm not opposed to that at all. I'm not opposed to that at all. Cause so I have one agent who is who has his own channel. Um, he has his own channel, right? Um, but yeah, I guess that's something that I definitely have to really see how I can implement that. Kimberly said, as long as agents are on the same page, I think it could be okay. I had a bad experience with an agent filling in for my main agent on the final walkthrough of my house. So that's one thing. Like I do like my walkthroughs and stuff. I think it's very important, especially you know, unless I'm sick or something. But Cosette said, and that brings us to the question: what came first, the chicken or the egg? Lisa said, my mom has 12 chicken and has no roosters. The chicken makes their own eggs. Yes, yes. You see, the chicken, the egg comes from is the ovulate, like it's ovulating. The chicken is ovulating. Patterson, 100%. It would be nice to include. So I will definitely I will look into that to see how I can kind of incorporate maybe Dylan being in one of my videos, right? Because how do you guys feel, right? Because I have a lot of people like be like, when I called so and so or another agent, but they put me with somebody else and I didn't like that, right? And so that's like, I'm like, little Cosette, look, we all learned something. I'm pretty, like, I was pretty sure about that. Julie said, from Broward to Ocala, Amazon delivery. Is there something that I can afford? There's so much in Ocala that I think is affordable, right? But everybody's definition or perception or, affordability is different, right? But honestly, there's just so many different price ranges in Ocala. So I think that there's something for everyone, personally. Are taxes on new homes high? Ceci asked. So it depends on the area. So, and it depends if there's a CDD. So, for example, I live in Davenport and I have a CDD. My taxes are about, I want to say like $6,300 per year. Now, you might think, oh my God, that's a lot. But my interest rate is 1.99%. So my mortgage is less than $2,000 per month. So it's not a lot to me. Now, so that's why you always want to take into consideration. And that's why I always tell people, yo, I had somebody, in no lie, I can't make this up. I had somebody, a builder sale agent, right? Because I told them that I wanted to go record at the community, blah, 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 blah. She was giving me just kind of like the lowdown on what's going on, the prices, the move-in ready, their current incentives. And so she was like, I wouldn't mention the CDD. You wouldn't what? Why wouldn't you mention a CDD? I'm not trying to get nobody's hopes up high or anything like that. I'm not trying to waste my time and I'm not trying to waste nobody else's time either. I'm absolutely mentioning a CDD, right? If there's a CDD in the community, I'm mentioning that in my video. Like absolutely not. And this is why I tell you, I can't make this stuff up, man. I can't make this up. So the CDDs get paid with your taxes, okay? So it's just gonna depend. Like I tell you, That community that I went to in Lakeland called Ross Creek, their tax rate is about 1% of the purchase price. And I was like, wait a minute, what? And it's pretty low. It's about 1%, right? So on a $400,000 house, your taxes are about 4,000. Now that's estimate because I'm not a licensed tax appraiser, right? And I'm just going based off what they're telling me. But you guys know that there is a Florida homestead tax exemption if it's going to be your primary residence, okay? So if it's your primary residence, you want to file for the Florida homestead tax exemption. Carmen, you need to file for that. I already sent all my clients an email in December that you got to file for the Florida homestead tax exemption so you could get a discount off of your taxes, okay? It only applies for primary residents. Cosette said yes, transparency rules has to. Like there's one thing about like you can never nobody can never say oh I didn't know that. Like no. Like what we not gonna do is play games. Phil Martinez said, you and my wife Renee said what at the same time. I be look. Listen. When I tell you I got you, I got you. Like I would like listen. I'm gonna tell you all the information I know. Like what we not gonna do is be blindsided. P. Rich said we are from Jacksonville, but now live near Panama City Beach, Florida, but have not seen any homes in from Dress or ICI Homes in Jacksonville, do they? So ICI Homes actually, I want to tour. They actually have homes in Lake Nona, and I want to tour their homes. I saw that it was very 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 beautiful. I've seen some agents that went to that community, the ICI Homes, and their homes look really really nice. Carmen said, Alexis, we already did. Good. So that's what we normally do. What we do when you buy with us, we'll definitely remind you ahead of time to go ahead and apply for the homestead. We'll send you the link. So that's what we do. We'll like categorize our clients from county. So like Marion County, Orange County, Polk County, Osceola County, right? And we'll send them different we just have different groups because each county you're basically filing with the county, and then they have their own like website and their own link and stuff like that. So we do that for our clients. No, Kim, you do not have to refile for the homestead tax exemption every year. It's just that one time. Now what we also do is, because if you don't know, there's something called portability, and that has something to do with the taxes. And if you've lived somewhere for quite some time, right, you want to take that portability and add it to your new house, right? So but you have to be in Florida. So that's what we have done too. We add all that information that our clients need. We put it in the email like, hey, if you own a house and you've been there for a x amount of time, and this is how you move your portability. Okay, it's 6:29. um Hi, Arlene. I can't wait to meet you. Arlene called me maybe a month ago, and she's gonna be buying a house with her daughter, two separate house. I love that. Hey, James. Arlene says, "See you soon." Yes, I'm super excited. Okay, so I have one of my clients. Let's see what has been going on. One of my clients purchased, we went under contract for a home in Lake Alfred, and they decided to go with Pulte Homes. They got I got them an extra $5,000 for closing costs. They're gonna have a special interest rate. And listen, I tell you, you guys listen, this is why I tell you, I said I was like fighting with the sales agent. I'm like, is this money coming out of your pocket? Like, let's do what we can to get them the best deal. And she was like, oh, I'll go, I'll ask management again. Go ask management again. Let's do it. So we got them an extra $5,000 towards closing costs. I'm like, that's like when you go to McDonald's and you ask for extra freaking sweet and sour and they like stingy with it. Oh, one only one sweet and sour per 4 nuggets. Absolutely not. I need at least another one. Don't get me started, guys. Don't get me started. That bothers me so much. It bothers me so much. Not the duck sauce or the freaking and the duck sauce. No, son. No, I gotta say the Chinese spot by our house, they be hooking us up with the duck sauce. Cause I'm a sauce kind of girl. Like I douse like my egg rolls in duck sauce and my chicken wings in duck sauce and my chicken nuggets. Even though they're not good for you, McDonald's is not good for you. But I douse my chicken nuggets in sweet and sour. So don't just give me one and then you're gonna just be stingy with it like it comes out of your pocket. Absolutely not. So that's what I do, guys. I will go to bat and try to get the absolute best deal, right? Sometimes it's just like, no, we can't get the washer dryer or the refrigerator or something like that. But I'm gonna try. I'll tell you that much. I'm gonna try. I got no. What's that Spanish word called? Like I got no. Come on, my Spanish people. Like no me like I don't have any what's the word? There's a word called like I don't have any. Bye, Cosette. I hope you have a great week. Like I'm not ashamed. Like I'm not embarrassed. Like I'm gonna do whatever I need to do for my clients. Yes. Oh no, not pelo, no vergüenza. ¿Vergüenza? No, no tienes pelos en el no, like vergüenza. Like I'm not like if did I say it right? Vergüenza. No me da vergüenza. There we go, Carmen. Yes, vergüenza. Yes. Listen, we learning today. We learning about eggs. We learning about vergüenza. All right, Lisa said I stay in Georgia right now and can't stand it because it's too country for me. I'm from California, so I'm a city girl, so gotta go to Florida. I love that. Okay, I will say is though I was born and raised in New York, been there all my life, and I thought I was a city girl, and I am still a city girl, right? When it comes, because I don't do hiking or any of that. I don't do snakes. I don't do any of that. But I definitely like. I want land. I want, I do want to live in the country, but I don't want to do country things. I don't want to be too far away from the city. Cosette said Monarch School here today. Cosette, I love you. Pedro's laughing at me. Dan said, what is the best way to contact you personally? So the best way you're going to reach out to me is I'll put my phone number here. You'll most likely get Katrina, who is my amazing assistant, who she's from New York as well. And then she'll schedule a time to speak with me. You can send us a text and then I will call you. Hi, Emily. So I just met Emily the other day. Yes, it was great seeing you the other day too. So Emily works for Kalesa Township. She's an admin there, and we were just there on Friday, and so I met her. Finally met her. Hold on. Here, that's our number 8713352. It was so great seeing you too. I felt like a mini celebrity over there when I was there the other day because there was a few families where like, oh, I know you, I got you. Um, Julie said, what's the name of the new community? No HOA, no CDD. So no, so there's not a community, like it's not a community name. Like let's say Ocala, you have Marion Oaks where there's no HOA, no CDD. The community I was talking about that has a low HOA, no CDD is Kalesa Township. Pedro said, I'm laughing at the chicken and the eggs. Listen. I love it. I need some chickens over here. Davenport needs to put in that into effect because I will go and get a chicken coop. Absolutely. Emily said, LOL, I felt the same way. I went to the office and I was like, I met my girl from YouTube. Yes. I love that. I love that. If only like all the people who actually like are at Kalesa Township because of me, right? If they could only be like, okay, how did you hear us? And then they say Alexis Diaz, okay, then that's your realtor then. Carmen said, don't forget the two puntitos above the letter U. It's called diuresis. Grammar class here. We're all learning in a real estate channel. I love that. Stella said, do you know if Kalesa Township will have any deals in the new future, flex cash, lower interest rate, etc.? So I would say that all the incentives are always change, right? So they're subject to change. But what I would say is that a lot of these builders need to keep up with what the demand is or what their competitors are doing, right? So that the competitors are offering special interest rate, closing cost assistance and stuff, right? So for right now, Kalesa Township, they for move-in ready homes, they have a special interest rate. They're giving 3% of the purchase price towards closing costs plus an additional 10,000 flex cash. Now with that 10,000 flex cash is you can either you could buy down the interest rate a little bit more, I think to that 4.75. You can use it to deduct $10,000 off at the design center, or you can choose to have a golf cart. Do I work for Kalesa Township? No, I don't work for Kalesa Township. Um Dan said, what has better schools, Ocala or Claremont? So it's going to depend, right? So I will say, and this is what I've said before, is that when I lived in Claremont, I lived in Four Corners. My kids went to Sawgrass Bay Elementary. And although it was rated a C, I tell you that it was one of the best schools my kids went to. Best school, one of the best schools my kids went to. Um, Now, they have some really so Ocala has some really nice, some really good rated like high schools, and the Westport High School has like some really advanced programs and things like that. There's private schools, there's charter schools, there's public schools. We actually just put a list. We created a list for one of our clients that is potentially moving from Zephyr Hills to Kalesa Township. So because school is very important for him and his family, and so we created a whole list for them of the different options. Billy said, "Pa." Billy said, "We need those evolve in real estate. I got you hoodies and tees." Vic has been saying that. Vic has been saying that. Lisa said, "You're so right, Billy." Vic has been saying that we need to do that. I agree. Emily said you need to. No, I love the thought of being able to just sell wherever I want to sell. And yeah. Cosette said end caps. Cosette, I thought you told us bye. That a Hispanic bye? Like, okay, I'm gonna leave. We're leaving in 2 minutes. And then you still here an hour later? I love you. I'm just saying. Oh, I'm a comedian today. Al said, do you know when will Onyx Home start the Apopka and Lake Alfred new community? I have no idea. And I honestly want to start I have to there's a man, MI Homes came to my office in downtown Orlando, and they told us about their community in Apopka, which has really large home sites, no CDD, and some really nice homes. And honestly, Apopka is going to be the next Winter Garden, because Apopka is where Winter Garden was like 15 years ago. It's like, okay, where, what am I, where am I type of thing, but it is going to be most likely the next Winter Garden. So I really want to start showcasing Apopka as well. There's just so much. There's just so much to do, so little time type of thing, right? Like, because I really like, I love Haines City. I love Davenport, the Polk City area, the Polk County area, but I really do. I really want to show you guys other places too, because you guys know that I cover all of Florida, well, Central Florida. Um, I mean, I could go to like Miami and stuff like that, but I'm just taking a little by little. Okay. James said, "What deals do cash buyers usually get when they don't qualify for mortgage deals?" So honestly, it's just gonna depend, right? Because at the end of the day, the builders make more money on finance homes, right? So it's honestly gonna depend on it's gonna depend on the builder, it's gonna depend on the market. So for example, K Hovnanian, I really do like their incentives. So K Hovnanian has a floor plan called the Goldenrod, which is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, 1833 square feet. You guys would think I work for these people, right? Oh my gosh, I have this like memory of like I just tore so many houses. Anyways, they are offering on this house, because somebody was gonna buy it, but then it went back on the market. Buyer financing fell through, so they either have a special interest rate plus 15,000 flex cash, or 40,000 flex cash, right? So even as a cash buyer, you could take that 40,000 and deduct it from the price. So it's gonna depend. Um, Stella said, "Thank you. Do you have to go with their preferred lender for the 10,000 closing costs?" Yes. So you that is the like you have to use their preferred. Oh, that looks good, baby. You have to use their preferred lenders, and that's all builders. You have to use their preferred lender to get the incentive now. So just so that we're clear, right now is 3% of the purchase price towards closing costs plus the additional 10,000 flex cash. Okay. Yes. Um. Is it better to finance with builder versus bank? Well, is the okay. So I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes when you are financing with the builder's lender, right? If you finance with an outside lender, they can probably like reduce like some closing costs and things like that. It'll be less. However, they're not going to be able to match that special interest rate, right? So if the special interest rate is what's driving you to buy the house, it's what's making you being able to afford to buy the house, right? You're gonna want to go with their lender. Is St. Cloud area a good investment? St. Cloud is a great area. I love St. Cloud. I've sold multiple homes in St. Cloud. My in-laws live in St. Cloud. I think it's very close to Lake Nona. Well, a part of St. Cloud is very close to Lake Nona. There are still a lot of communities being built in St. Cloud. They have great schools. I like St. Cloud. Zofo said, "I got you flowers." Thank you. Those flowers are beautiful. All right, guys. No, I'm not going to eat yet, baby. I got to wait a little bit. All right, guys. We've been on here for an hour and 15 minutes. Oh my gosh. We just been chopping it up on the sala. I'm so happy. This is the most that we've had. We have 46 people right now. We have 57 for a good amount of time as well. Guys, let me know how I can help you, what you want to see. You know that I do this for you guys, but I also have to be passionate about the house too, because you guys know if I see carpet everywhere and it's just like, what is this, right? Like you're gonna see it in my face. But I love you guys so much. Remember, so today I'm gonna put the Sunshine State Living. We went to the big bounce house for Caleb's birthday. Tomorrow is gonna be that new community in Lakeland called Ross Creek, where it has the big lots. That one's going to be a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 3-car garage on a third of an acre, and they have 60 feet on each side between your neighbors. And no direct rear neighbor. That one's priced at 438, but like I said, I already talked to the agent and he said that we could definitely get that a little bit lower. And they're offering some really good incentives as well. And then Tuesday is going to be of Kalesa Township. I did the Marigold, which is the 5 bedroom, 3.5 bath home. So let me know. And then, like I said, we're gonna do a builder battle. I think I'm gonna do Kalesa Township, not Kalesa, Casa Fresca versus Meritage. I think I'm gonna do those two, and let's see how that video comes out. Let me know if you guys like it. I love the builder battles. It's so much fun, and you kind of get to just like compare and contrast basically. I hate carpet, no carpet. I felt that. I felt that. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great week. We'll be on here next Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Don't forget. I love you guys. Make sure you guys show love on the videos. It makes a big difference if the reach and all that other stuff, okay? All right, love you guys.